Welcome. Cardiovascular disease is on top of the list, and that is because the extra plaquing or clogging of those arteries limits blood supply, oxygen to the heart, that we call a heart attack, and if it doesn't get to the brain, we call it a stroke. In the past, the medical community was always worried about saturated fat as well as cholesterol. And I can tell you that there are millions of people out there who eat eggs every single day who have low cholesterol levels. But the research shows that today things are really different. It's about too much sugars. And those sugar and starchy foods like pasta, white rice, white bread, potatoes, and those refined processed carbs gets metabolized by your liver. Unfortunately, there's some not so fun news. Diets high in sugar make your liver synthesize more bad LDL cholesterol. They also lower your good HDL cholesterol and raises your triglycerides, increasing your risk of heart disease. And this does not mean that you shouldn't pay attention to the total fat content and the quantity of fats that you are eating. But our liver plays a major role in many metabolic processes, and particularly in the metabolism of glucose. So when you eat those refined foods, digestion starts in your mouth, where the enzymes in saliva digest the surface of that pasta, white bread, or whatever food you're eating. The stomach carries on, and the process and the job is finished in the small intestine as the pancreatic enzymes go to work. This digestive process is so efficient that within 20 to 30 minutes, all of those refined carbs from pasta, donuts, bread, sugars, or whatever you're eating occurs all within that bloodstream. And those sugars eventually have to go somewhere. So that means the pancreas has to release insulin, that hormone, to allow sugar, that glucose, to get into the cells. But what if those cells have enough glucose where it cannot be stored anymore as glycogen? Because the liver and the muscles are the only two places in the body where it gets stored. And too much sugar will eventually get converted into fats. The end result is production of the LDL, the low-density lipoprotein cholesterol, as well as oxidation of LDL cholesterol. And your triglycerides will also increase, which leads to more fatty deposits throughout your body. And those inflammatory changes from excessive sugars diminishes or lowers our HDLs, our high-density lipoproteins. Now our LDLs that the liver is producing is being put into those arteries. That is the cholesterol, waxy, thick substance that's going to clog our arteries. And if you get too much cholesterol, you're going to block blood supply to the heart, which eventually we call a heart attack. But the HDL's job is to search for those LDLs and bring them back to the liver so it can then be excreted from the body to diminish the volume of those LDLs. But the problem is that we don't have enough HDLs because sugar is destroying them. So here is the answer. You need to diminish those refined and processed carbs, those added sugars. It's toxic for the body, not only for our cholesterol, but for our organs and tissues as well. It will affect the gut, which affects the probiotics, which is your immune system, and that will make you more susceptible to get sick. Now we understand that most foods do have sugar in it. You can't run away from sugar. Sugar gives you energy as long as it's natural and as long as it's coming in the whole state. Like fresh fruits and vegetables, you want that fiber. The fiber slows the absorption of the stomach into the small intestine. It allows glucose to balance and level off where you're not going to get that spike. You're not going to get that surge of insulin coming from the pancreas. You also need to be aware of the glycemic index. Google glycemic index. Start eating those foods that are low and medium, low and moderate on the chart, not high, because high glycemic index foods will spike your insulin levels and your glucose levels up and is going to give you the rebound that can lead to insulin resistance, type 2 diabetes. You want to make sure you're eating correctly, and that will make a huge difference. Exercise, hydrate, get your rest, maintain your stress levels, start becoming proactive, and start doing the right things for yourself because it's your health. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please share it with your friends and family. Leave your comments below because there will be many, and most important, make it a great day. I'm Dr. Alan Mandell.